All right, hey guys, I wanted to talk a little bit about paper. Um, Jorge is the only one here who seems to have put some blue tape border around his piece. What that does is it'll make sure that it'll have clean borders all around the edges so that you can touch them with your fingers and not mess up the artwork. So that's what I want. I want you to do your illustrations, but not in your sketchbook. I want you to do it on quality paper. Like, look at this. This is from a drawing pad, and this is just regular sketch paper. If you saturate this with ink, it's gonna wrinkle up. You know, you don't want that to happen. You want a sturdier surface that will absorb ink, you know, and you can hear the difference. Like if you listen to this paper, you hear it? You want paper with a heavier weight and it'll have a different sound. It's thicker, and that's what I like to use. Like, this is regular paper, and here's a heavier weight paper. I'm not picky about the brand. Like, I bought this illustration board to try it out, but any kind of bristle that you want to try is valid, because you can hear when you open it up, and you know, it's very heavyweight. You know, it's up to you whether you want smooth or rough. That's really a personal choice. I'm a smooth kind of guy. I've always liked smooth because rough to me slows me down, and I'm kind of all about speed. You could also use other materials. Like, here's some illustration board. Usually what I do is I'll cut it down to whatever size I need, and Crescent is a good brand. There's also Strathmore. But I think most of you have something like this, you know? Nine by 11 is a good size. You can go bigger, but it'll take you longer. The smaller you work, the faster you go. This is Duraline. This is expensive. This is more of a plastic, and it won't warp. You could do it on some illustration masonite board. You know, this is just, I don't even know, someone bought this for me, so I'm not really even sure what it is. A board. Here's some examples of illustration board. Can you see my tape along the edge? I knew these guys would be cut out, so I did not fill the whole thing in. But, yeah. Illustration board. Just these are some old jobs from game stuff. You know, and just the tape is to protect. Tape around the border. So, you know, when you have your piece and you peel it off, it'll be clean, but I don't always peel it off, because, you know, these things get handled and passed around and whatnot. But that's all I just wanted to show you as far as putting your stuff together. Blue tape is fine. You can find that at Home Depot. But, George, notice here that it's kind of peeling up. Press that down, because if you the ink will go underneath if you don't have it all pressed down all the way. Like, you could take the back of your fingernail and use that to press along the tape all around the edges, and that should seal the tape all around. You could use also a mixture of acrylic and water, or sorry, matte medium acrylic and water, and just paint along that edge, and that will like that liquid, which will be clear, will seal the edge of the tape, and it'll be harder to pull away. You may have to cut it with a X-Acto knife, but it will ensure that the ink doesn't go under the tape. So yeah, I mean, I'm looking at this and I'm like, this will be clean, you know. Just, you want to make your artwork look as good as possible from the get-go. This is like, it's almost like performing surgery. All right, I'm gonna do this here. It can be messy, which can be fun, but if your artwork is messy within a clean, crispy border, it just shows that you have control over their medium and you know what you're doing. Okay, so I hope everybody finds some heavyweight paper or illustration board. It's whatever you want. Just make sure that your work looks good. And I would take a few pages and practice making marks, because you want to know, you want to be sure that what you're doing is predictable. All right? Good luck, everybody.